Why did the almond always close his blinds? Because his neighbor was always peeking. What did the peanut say when his cousin was getting bullied? PKing someone your own size. What's up, guys? This is your boy Mark with Mark's Kitchen here with another episode. Now, there's a very controversial topic that I'd like to discuss with every single person watching this episode.
Dude, Mark, I've heard that it's pronounced pecan.
The correct pronunciation is pecan pie. That's right, you heard me, a pecan pie. This pie is the ooeyest, the gooeyest, the crunchiest, and the tastiest pie possibly ever. Enough clarification, let's get to the pie, dude. To get you started with your homemade pie crust, add 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour in a mixing bowl, and add 1 1/4 teaspoon salt and 1 tablespoon sugar. Mix it up and cube up some very cold butter and put it into your bowl. Mix it with your hands until you got some pea-sized balls of butter in there. It should look like this. Get a 1/4 cup of ice cold water and slowly pour it in and incorporate it in your dough. With your hands, knead it very lightly. You do not want to melt the butter. Lightly flour a work surface. Turn your shaggy dough out onto that surface. Now, the important part here is not to knead this. Just clump it together. Form a little ball of your shaggy dough and you should be all set, dude. Take your dough clump, put it on some plastic wrap. We're gonna refrigerate this for 30 minutes, but first let's give it a pat to thank it for all it's done so far. After 30 minutes, plop it on a floured surface, get your rolling pin and roll this thing to about 1/4 of an inch thick with the rolling pin. Put it at the end. Roll it until it reaches the other side. This will make it so much easier to put this in the pie dish. Now just take your dish, take your rolling pin and roll it right in there. Press it into the sides, make sure it's touching the rim. Cut off the edges, crimp it a bit, and you got yourself a pie dough, my guy. In a mixing bowl, we're gonna crack 3 large eggs, whisk them up. We're gonna add 1/4 cup maple syrup, 1 cup dark corn syrup, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. There we go. Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of melted butter. Slowly pour it into your mixture. Basically, you got yourself a big bowl of sugar. Pour in about 2 1/2 cups of lightly chopped pecans. Spread them evenly. Pour your mixture of sugar into your pie crust. Now, this is purely optional, but putting whole pecans on there makes it a real nice decorative piece. Slap a smiley face on there too while you're at it. We're gonna put the pie into the oven at 350 degrees for about 50 minutes. Before you send it off, just give it a little pat to wish it luck in there. When you see the edges are getting brown and the pie filling has a dome, it is ready to go. Let's just appreciate how beautiful this thing is for a sec here. Now, I know I do a taste test for every single video, but just to prove how good this pie is, I brought it to my family. Look what's left. I mean, dude, the proof's in the pudding, or the pie in this case. First bite. I mean, let's be honest, anything you put this much sugar into, it's gonna be good. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Mark's Kitchen. And you already know what they say. If you could do it in Mark's Kitchen, you could do it in your kitchen. Peace.